What's going on, guys? It's Sonny from Sonny Talk Spurs, and a bit of a different style video today because there's been some huge breaking news that's broken overnight, and the only time I'm going to get to react to it is on my walk to Talksport Towers today. So yeah, absolutely massive transfer news. Very surprised actually at this news, that I think Tottenham are going to go for a player like this in a position like this, but needs a must ahead of the brand new season. Nearly going to walk into a branch, but these are the things we do to react to the biggest transfer stories. But before we go any further, if you are new to the Sonny Talk Spurs YouTube channel and you've just discovered me now on this lovely picturesque walk through a canal not through a canal, by a canal, then leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also let me know in the comments down below, what do you make of this move? So Savinho, Manchester City's tricky Brazilian winger, being linked with a move to Tottenham, and Fabrizio Romano tweeted this last night as an exclusive, and said that Thomas Frank really wants the player. He identifies the winger as a top target. There's now contact between City and Tottenham to over a fee. The player's open for the move, all that sort of good stuff. Now, surprised I would say, because obviously we've seen Son depart the club as one of our main wingers, which is a bit, you know, there's going to be a chasm from goals, but we know that obviously he wasn't as strong as he has been over recent seasons. Then obviously you've got the injuries to James Maddison and Dejan Kulusevski, who are massive losses. You know, the creativity, the goal scoring output and all that sort of stuff is really going to be, you know, something that needs to be delivered by other players in the squad until, you know, especially Dejan Kulusevski comes back from injury in the next couple of months or so. So a lot of us expected Tottenham to go for number 10. We missed out on Morgan Gibbs-White, which obviously was annoying. A lot of Spurs fans, especially you guys in the comments down below, want us to sign Eberechi Eze. I did a video yesterday about Nico Paz. I did a video with Alice talking about all the different 10s we've been linked to, and, you know, Jack Grealish, experienced ones, young ones, like Paz. So yeah, 10 seemed to be the one where we thought it would happen, but a lot of people also said we need another winger, because, you know, Tell, Odegaard, Johnson, can they be consistent enough to really deliver goals and assists for Tottenham across the Premier League campaign, as well as the Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, etc, etc. But Savinho, so what do I think of him? Now, if you go down a WhatsApp group that features me, Zach Jalab, Joe Tomlinson, Kieran Carlin, I have not believed he's been the best of players. Pretty similar to Jeremy Doku. It's a lot of skill, a lot of flair, but not a lot of output. I mean, he got 8 assists last year, and I've just seen a compilation of one of them. And, you know, some really good crosses that Haaland got on the end of. But goals, only got 1 goal in the Premier League, to which this compilation left towards the end, so sort of sums that up. But the thing is, Thomas Frank identifies him as a top winger. He's worked with some top attackers in the past: Ivan Toney, Ollie Watkins, Ben Rama, Visser and Buemo. So obviously sees that, similarly to Mohamed Kudus, he can improve his output and make him an even better player. But I don't think this is the signing that takes us, one, to the next level, which is obvious, but also we need something else after this. I think we also need a number 10. I don't mind us going for him. If the fee's reasonable, if the wages are reasonable, I think it makes a total amount of sense. Are Tottenham going to do a lot more after this? Are they going to go out and sign a 10? You know, we've seen João Palhinha come in the door, Mohamed Kudus and Takai. Are they going to actually invest a little bit more to get a little bit more creativity and output, especially with the injury record of our forward line? Especially, you know, Dominic Solanke has become more injury prone. Could we get a backup striker? Are we going to move on with Richarlison? You know, is Basuma going to leave? These are some more questions that will hopefully be answered in the next few days, especially after there were some quotes from Thomas Frank about his relationship with Johan Lang, and saying he wants to, like, be more aligned go to him with players and be like, go and sign him. And I guess we're seeing that. This is a player that Thomas Frank wants. This is a player that Thomas Frank has identified and gone, go and get me Savinho or Savio. I don't understand. Is it Savio or Savinho? One or the other. And he can be part of my new look attack at Tottenham Hotspur. And I think, you know, when you actually break it down, if you can improve their outputs, like Kudus and Savinho are two of the best dribblers in the Premier League at current, and they can make things happen. I mean, the other way you look at it, will it be Dominic Solanke who's going to get all the goals and these two get the assists? Maybe that's how Thomas Frank sees it playing out and going, because at the moment it's a bit of a strange situation for us to know like how we're going to line up in this team. But I have a feeling that this one will accelerate quick. I can imagine Tottenham will try and get this deal done as efficiently as possible, especially after being scarred by the Morgan Gibbs White transfer saga. And it's a statement signing, I guess, you know, going to Manchester City. I mean, a lot of the Premier League sides, I mean, before West Ham weren't dealing with us until we signed Kudus. But, you know, Man City are going to deal with us more than Chelsea, Arsenal, maybe even Liverpool, Manchester United as well. So, yeah, and even the one thing you can say as a positive is, you know, Pep picks up a lot of these creators, a lot of these, you know, flair types, you know, people say about Grealish, even Jeremy Doku, and make them a bit artificial and a bit, you know, they've got to get to the byline and pass it back sort of thing. Whereas Frank might ask them to express themselves a bit more, be a bit more creative. And also, I guess what you could think as well was, wasn't this a deal that was done between City Group teams, Troyes, Girona as well? So it makes me think that, you know, there's a worry that he's been at City for a year and hasn't really cemented himself. But then again, they've got Foden coming back, hopefully. They will hope to top form. They've got Cherky, who's come in, Mamouche came in January. So they've got a lot of attacking talent. Savinho's just maybe not in their plans. And, you know, for a team like City, he might not be good enough. But for Spurs, who are hoping to move up the table under Thomas Frank and achieve a bit more, he might be the perfect fit. So it does make you think. I mean, it's one to get excited about. It's one that shocked me when I saw Fabrizio Romano tweet about it. I didn't really see it as a possible, you know, when I do all my lists of transfers and other Spurs creators, you don't put certain names on them because you think, oh, that's never going to happen. But it's one to get excited about. It's one that I'm apprehensive about. I think I'm apprehensive about Kudus and Palhinha, but when I've seen Kudus play, what I think Palhinha will do, even though he didn't have the greatest of debuts, I think it's all like Tottenham hopefully now will get their ducks in a row. And as the sun hits my face in the golden hour, I think we'll leave it there. So let me know what you think of the signing in the comments down below. Are you happy, or do you think we should be going out and signing someone else? Oh, the sun's gone now. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and, you know, apologies for this style of video, but I wanted to react to it straight away. But until next time, up the Spurs, I'll see you guys pretty soon. Ciao.